few weeks ago, I made a video saying I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm starting a channel from scratch and I have no idea what I'm doing. Today, you get an update. Let's see if I know what I'm doing. Come on. Well, good afternoon, everyone. It is I, your friend and friendly YouTube guy, I guess. Yeah, it's time for an update. So, way back now on July 11th, I created a video called I Have No Idea What I'm Doing and What Could Possibly Go Wrong. Well, I've spent, I guess, what is the last 17 days or so, well, figuring out what could go wrong exactly. So if you've been by the channel, you've known that I've released a new song. I've done, let's say, a little more than a handful of the 5 albums that made me series of shorts. Primarily, I've made one long form video. Yeah, it's been quite the busy time learning and figuring out how to do this, if I want to do this, or is there any reason to do this? And yeah, it feels like there is. It's just kind of for my entertainment and fun, and to learn a little bit about what goes on with this, and see if we can make it into something that is enjoyable by more people than just me, whatever that number may be. So I would say after 17 days, I still don't feel like I have any idea what I'm doing, but I've figured out a few things. I've learned some basic video editing. I would say really basic kind of stuff. I started out with iMovie. I've played with CapCut for shorts. I've played with DaVinci Resolve. I'm using OBS right now to record this, which works out really well because it allows me to bring in some better audio to the situation as well. I've added basic YouTube setup. Spent I'm not going to say how much, not a lot for sure, on some lighting, which you can see over my shoulders, and then some lighting that you can't see. I've got a key light up here, and then like a little fill light over there, acquired via the miracle of Amazon for what I would say is a fair price, I think. Probably in less than $300 for the whole thing, so I guess I will say how much, but not a lot of expensive stuff for sure. So learning the basics of kind of setting this whole thing up and making it look somewhat presentable. I think it's working out okay. I didn't go fancy on the camera. I'm using a Instalink 360 camera, same one that I use for work. So I would say, you could do this with your iPhone or Android. Like, the camera quality is fine. Biggest improvement, I think, was the lights that you can't see, that just kind of create a more professional and polished look that maybe will cover up some of my stammers and overuse of the word yeah. How's it going so far, I guess, is a fair question, and one that I will update you on. Since we started this thing on July 11th, I've added 21 subscribers, and we're up to almost 14 and a half watch hours, which isn't a lot, by any means. My total subscriber count is 111, but a lot of that is subscribers that were hanging around, years ago when I was doing station guitars stuff. So even that wasn't a lot, but it did give me a little bit of a head start. Although I should be clear, like, if you're going to revamp a channel using existing subscribers, you kind of figure that a few are going to drop out, as this content's very different than what that was. But I digress. So that's how it's going. 5 albums, series of shorts has been a lot of fun to make. They're relatively easy to make once I've kind of gotten my workflow down, which maybe we can get into in a future update, but it really is kind of me sitting down. Here's, the album artwork. Here's why that album is important to me. It's pretty straightforward, but they do okay. that's the content side of making things. The other things that I've been learning is all the YouTube tips and tricks around tags or no tags and title writing and all of these sorts of things. So I'm slowly working some of that in. So you might see some of the titles of my old videos change as I kind of revamp those and to some degree hopefully future-proof them in a way. So yeah, that's what's going on. But I guess a better question is why are you doing this still, and what's the goal? And I think the primary goal is to have some fun with it, but there is a secondary goal, just because I'm the kind of guy that needs a bit of a finish line to keep things moving. I think probably most of us are, right? It helps to have an end target in sight to work towards. So I thought, part of this process should be me sharing with you guys what my goal is, my current goal, and update you along the way on how it's going. So let's do some baseline setting. So as of today, July 28th, 6:23 Central Standard Time, we have 111 subscribers. We have 14.4 watch hours. And the next, I think, landmark or benchmark rather, is to get the channel monetized and see what happens from there. So I guess it's appropriate to tell you none of this is sponsored. None of this is, no one's paying me to say that I used iMovie. It's, so, maybe at some point someone would like to pay me to say I use some of these tools or some of the software. But in order to make any of that happen, we have to get monetized. So what does that mean? The long story short. So what does that mean, right? Long story short, we need to get to 500 subscribers and, my God, is that right? 3,000 watch hours, or 500 subscribers and 3 million shorts views. I don't think I have the shorts number in front of me. Maybe I can grab it real quick. Let's see. If we go to content and we go to shorts, we're a little over 2,000 views. So needless to say, 2,000 is a long way from 3 million. We've got some work to do. And to invoke the greatness of the Isley brothers, yes, there is work to do. So what's the plan, and how do we get there? So from my side, much more learning. There's a lot more I can do in terms of editing quality. There's a lot more I can do in terms of creating content. I really like the shorts format because I can crank those out fairly quickly, and it's something that I really do love to talk about with you. So we'll keep the 5 albums content coming. Maybe we switch it up and go 5 songs, as an album is a lot of ground to cover in a short. And maybe we'll mix in some long forms on the 5 albums or 5 song series, so I can talk a little bit more about that with you, and get into some of the details of what makes those so great. Yes, more shorts, more long form, probably some long form cut up into shorts, because that's a thing on YouTube that also applies, whether it's YouTube or not, it applies. You can put this stuff on the Twitter, the Instagram Reels, TikTok. I'm on TikTok, for crying out loud, so you can go there and see stuff as well. But here's the commit. At least once a week, and probably on Sundays, I will pop in and give you an update on what the week has been like from a progress to goal. And I'll work out learning how to share my screen with you, and we can walk through the YouTube analytics. And as I learn more about that, I'll share what I'm knowing, or what I'm learning rather. I'll share what I'm learning with you. And in the meantime, if you have tips, tricks, and resources and things of that nature, feel free to drop those in the comments as well. Or just anything you want to put down in the comments. Obviously that helps with engagement, and you can also tell me more about what you'd like to see. I had a comment I think on the first video that was like, well, when are you going to do interviews? So, I'll figure out how to do that. That would be a good thing to tackle in the near future as well. So that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I need you guys to do, which is to continue to watch the videos, like them if you like them, subscribe if you want to see this thing hit a goal, and we'll just see how long it takes. But yeah, so I'll commit to making more content, and if I can get your buy-in to liking and sharing and subscribing and things of that nature, and then let's see if we can make this into something. It would be really cool to hit those 500 subscribers, and maybe when we do, we can call some of those subscribers live on air. So yeah, let's just put that stake in the sand. When we hit 500 subscribers, we'll do a live thing on YouTube, and I'll try to let everybody know when it's coming, and it would be very cool to do that. Got a long ways to go. 389 subscribers to go, as it were. All right. You guys have a great night. I will talk to you soon. Again, appreciate you hanging around. Yeah, and shameless plug, if you're of the mind to do so, swing over to Spotify and search Honey Don't Think by The Calming Force, and give that song a listen. Something for your ear holes to enjoy. All right, see you guys.